Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I am your host, Christian Murmer, Murms, Murmdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the bottom of my computer screen, we have the Fact Queen, my sister from the East, that Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem, Stephanie 2.0. How you doing, bro?
Cumpleaños, feliz to me, cumpleaños, feliz to me. So my birthday was on Tuesday, guys.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, so my birthday was this Tuesday where I was supposed to be having brunch today and everybody bailed on me, but it's okay.
Those bastards.
Yeah, fuckers, but it's all right. You know, shit happens for a reason. I'm just glad I didn't do a whole full shebang because I was gonna get my hair done, cut it, do some like highlights. I wanted like a brand new Stephanie 3.0. But unfortunately, something was telling me not to get all, excited for this. So I followed my gut instinct. And so happy Memorial to everyone. And this is a fucking great Saturday. It's nice as shit outside. And
it is.
It's fucking beautiful. I need a margarita right now with some tahini.
Oh yeah, that actually sounds really good. Maybe I'll make myself a drink after this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out. Stephanie, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're talking to you. How have you been? I know we took some time off there after the special. Were you able to listen to the final copy of it yet?
No, but I will say this because I wanted to say it before before we even dropped the episode. I was laughing at us because we were supposed to do this Chinese accent and none of us even fucking executed a Chinese accent correctly.
No, and I was saying we don't have to go heavy on the accent for this part. And then what was funny was we didn't go heavy on the accent, but then Jimmy, of course, Jimmy and Faith went heavy on the accent. I said that right before we began. I was like, don't go heavy on the accent. And then Jimmy just comes in. He's like, oh, so he starts. I'm like, all right, bro, come on.
Yeah. And I just found it super fucking hilarious because we didn't sound Japanese at all. We sounded more like we were European fucking Japanese people.
And I like how Shooter, every time he came in, he's just like, yeah, I'm not Chinese, I'm Jamaican. He just was doing a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. But I didn't get a chance to hear it, but I'm pretty sure. I was really scared that we were probably going to get some backlash because of that.
We have not yet. And, this season we've actually, the backlash, I guess we should say, has been very tame compared to other seasons, which is surprising to me because there have been a couple episodes this season already where I'm like, oh, we're going to get some complaints. Especially Russia's episode. No complaints about that. People said it was funny.
I found that shit to be the most funniest episode for this season.
Yeah, that might have been one of the best this season on humor, the humor scale at least. But then, yeah, even the special was a little oh, near the end here, what's gonna happen? I think that's what's good about what we did is we eased people into the worst shit. If we started off with something like that, I think maybe then we would have gotten some complaints. But since it comes near the end of the episode and we listened to fucking Bruce Valansky's memos, so it already eased the people into the bullshit. So yeah, we haven't gotten complaints. The only complaint, like I said, was when I was being mean to you. People asked me to stop being so mean to you.
Oh, okay. Well, stop being mean to me.
Well, I mean, no, I want to do it more now. No. But yeah, that was the only complaint we've gotten this season. So yeah, no, it's good. And, but I think we did really well with the special. Very happy with the final product and people have been giving us lots of compliments on it. So I'm very happy about that.
That's good.
Yes, Thank you guys. When you have time, go listen to that special, of course.
I will.
But Stephanie, thank you so much for coming back. This is it. We're back here. This is almost we're 45% of the way done with this season. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's the halfway mark. I would say maybe the end of June is the halfway mark for us, but we're getting close and we dropped a big special. So, we had to take some time off. Now we're moving forward. So it's great to be back. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce another person we have with us in this Zoom call for this podcast today. Jimmy and Chuck are not available, unfortunately. Jimmy is going underway with the Navy, and he might be a little sporadic for the next couple months, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that, but hey, duty calls. He's going out to serve his country, save the world. Great man. And I don't want to say anything, but I'm going to say something. All right. Jimmy has gotten very good news recently. All right. That's all I'll say. And I hope he says it on the podcast. I know he doesn't like to say stuff early, so I'll just say it like that. I don't want to give it away. But, if the listeners are wondering, there's a good thing happening in his life right now. So I hope he will mention it next time he's on.
He's having a baby.
No, it's not that. No, that would be terrible news. But no, yeah, I'm kidding. no, it's not that. But it is very good news. So I'm very happy for him. I hope he mentions it next time he's on. And Chuck, of course, was this is going to sound terrible saying it this way, but he was stuck watching his baby today. His wife's out right now, so he could not join us either. But that's okay, because we have another great special guest co-host on this episode. This man's already been on twice this season, 3 times this season. He's been on many times before that. He's been on since season 1. This man, without him, none of this would have happened. My king, my captain, OSHEA IV. How you doing, sir?
Gang, motherfucker, what's up?
Hello. I wish you could find a better introduction with this. Without me, none of this would have happened.
That's a pretty good. That's a great title.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true, but it's like, okay, but y'all have been putting in the work. I'm kind of like old news now.
Yeah, you're not really old news because you've been on every season, so I don't think you're very old news. But I mean, fine. I mean, I could just bring you in as like, here's
OSHEA.
Here's our great pal OSHEA. How's that sound?
I've been pretty good though. Yeah. Do you all ever watch Instagram lives and listen to people's drama?
Nope.
I don't think I do. Every once in a while, I'll if a friend is doing one, I'll tune in and I'll be like, "What's up?" And then I'll leave a minute later just to give them the hey. But I don't always no, I don't. Why?
Have y'all ever thought about beefing with another podcast?
I would love that.
I don't. I welcome all other like we said, we've had other podcasteers on this show, and I don't like the idea of beefing with them because we're all content creators, and I like the idea of us all growing maybe together, helping each other out. That's why we've had them on. I know we've been trying to get on other people's, but it's always been a schedule issue. People have been like, come on to ours, and we're like, yeah, and then it's like no one can do it on the recording day. It's hard enough trying to get us all on a Saturday. Sometimes people got shit to do, so it's really hard to get on other people's podcasts. But no, I don't like the idea of beefing unless someone specifically on their podcast came out and was like, yeah, I was listening to Great Morning the podcast the other day. Those guys fucking suck. Then I might
duty.
Then I might be like, hey, what the fuck?
Okay. I want to say this to you. I absolutely love your videos dancing.
Oh,
they be boosting my high. When I tell you they boost my fucking high, I usually roll up a spliff and I just go to your page and watch you dance, bro. That shit be having me on the floor.
Hell yeah.
I be on the floor rolling, and I'm like, yo, if I didn't have a bad knee, I would totally do a fucking that shit, that feature on Instagram where you can remix it and do it side by side. Just hey.
You said you got a bum knee?
Well, my knee, ever since that whole incident, it's so weird because there's it feels fine. I can bend my knee, I'm totally fine. But then there are moments where my knee just randomly gives out. And so it scares the living shit out of me. I don't you know how sometimes we can sit Indian style?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't do that without feeling some type of pain. So it's I still have to exercise it,
Okay.
But
these things take time sometimes. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You should just like bite your pinky when that happens. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta confuse your body. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. And then
Should I try that sober or not?
I think if anything involves pain, you should probably do it sober. I don't think being drunk and testing things out with your body is a great idea.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, hate to.
A for attempt. A for attempt. It's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, hey, you do you. But another thing I wanted to mention before we get, we already started with the podcast. Before we get more in depth with the podcast, OSHEA actually, it was I forget. I think it was 2 days after we recorded the special. Now when we dropped the special, you released another album. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I did. It's
a Father's Hour.
It's called A Father's Hour, and it's 55 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I kind of thought, like, fathers, we kind of get the shorter end of the stick. So that was kind of the whole premise on that. It's not even a full hour. Yeah, but it's lovely.
If obviously people go check it out, download it now, and listen to that fine, amazing music. But if you wanted to also, at the end of the special of the 4-year anniversary spectacular, we play a song from that album, Boba, I believe it was, right?
Yeah, Boba. Ghetto ass bitches sip Boba.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, ghetto ass bitches sip Boba.
Boba. I love Boba.
Boba Fett. That's funny that you said that after what O'Shea just said.
Well, yeah, because when you have boba, like there's like mad balls, and then like eventually like they either melt in your mouth or then you bite it and then it squirts. It's so good, but just try not to choke on the balls, on the liquid balls, because then
Are we getting into the smooth jazz portion of the show now?
I don't know, but I just know that boba tea is mad fucking good. And before I used to judge people because I'm like, why do you have balls in your fucking tea? And then one day I decided to have balls in my tea, and it was fucking great.
Big
and
balls.
I bit on them. Yeah, and it squirted at me. I loved it. It was great. It was a great sensation, and I fucking enjoyed it. So I am a big fan of boba.
Do they have different colored balls?
Yes, they do. Oh my God, they have pearls.
Murmur, how do you know this?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Did you have different colored balls squirt in your mouth as well?
I've actually never tried boba tea, but the reason I know that is I had an ex-girlfriend who was very into it. And she would try there was different like flavors. Mm-hmm. They're all tapioca balls, but there's like mango, strawberry, leche,
the mango's so good.
Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there are different, and so that makes them a different color. Yes, there are different colored balls.
They're so cute. They are. They're really cute. They're like cute little balls. They look like fish eggs,
Oh wow!
Oversized fish eggs.
That makes me not want it even more.
Yeah, somebody
caviar
of the show.
Fucking eating fish eggs out of a drink. But yes, O'Shea, congratulations on the new album. We really, I'm glad we were able to play that song at the end. And I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I hope everyone listens to your album. But I want to introduce, not really introduce, I guess it's introducing. But I want to introduce another thing we have here real quick before we go on to some of the things we wanted to talk about today. If you all listened, and I know you were on it at least, so you remember that, but if anyone out there, you all listened to the special, you'll remember that about, I think maybe 50 minutes in, after the ice bath experience that Chuck and I took, we listened to memos from our so-called greatest fan, Bruce Valansky. And we tried to email him to see if he could get on that episode. He didn't email back in time. But a few days ago, maybe like 4 days ago, I finally got another email from him.
Oh.
And he sent one. Don't worry. He just sent one voice memo. There's not.
Can we hear it?
We are going to listen to it, of course. And we're going to hear what he said. So here, let me.
I hope I'm not talking too much for him, because then he's going to talk shit.
Yeah, he.
Or maybe he needs fucking balls in his mouth.
Maybe he needs balls. He said some pretty wild shit.
Yeah, so maybe he needs some flavored balls, some flavored mango balls in his mouth, and he'll be happy.
All right,
that voice will change or lighten up a bit.
Yeah,
Let me So this is titled Special Aftermath, and it's 20 seconds long. Let me know if you can hear this, all right?
It's a great morning.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Here we go. Let me just replay it.
It's a great morning, gang. Thanks for playing my memo special. It was the best part of it. Too bad the rest of it was fucking stupid. Ice bath. Who the fuck wants to listen to Christian and Chuck take a bath? Fucking gay.
That's it. that's the end.
You know, okay. You know who, like, okay, his voice reminds me of either Robert Pattinson or Ben Affleck when they were trying to play Batman.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely sounds like Batman, like Christian Bale doing the
yeah,
Christian
voice. Bale, yeah, him.
I'm Batman.
It sounds like
Sucks.
It just sounds like if Batman were Christian Murmur.
Oh my God, he's giving me like dominatrix vibes.
Oh, okay.
Like he wears leather boxers and chains.
Leather boxers.
Yeah, leather boxers and like nipple rings and like they're attached. Like, you know what I mean? That's
the clamps.
Yeah.
You could possibly have fans like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our fans are probably, I mean, I love our fans, and some of them are probably, just regular old, regular.
He's a lawyer by day, rides a bike.
He's a lawyer. Maybe he's just like a successful guy and he's just doing a voice like in the meantime to do that. But yeah, so O'Shea said it sounded like me. And the more I listened to it, I was like, this guy does kind of sound like me. This guy does sound like me a little bit. It's not me. I'm being honest there, but it does sound a little like myself. So I don't know. Maybe it's someone I know. I have no idea. Bruce Valansky, thank you for blessing us with that memo there and the memos you sent us on that special. And maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll hear some more in future episodes. I don't know. I don't know how many times we can do it. Eventually, I feel like it'll get old hearing about him talking about goblins and what the fuck else was he talked about that time his uncle gave him candy and he sucked his dick.
That shit was funny though.
It was so random. This is what I'm saying. I'm getting like dominatrix vibes and
yeah, but then he wants the neighbor boy to fuck his wife, so like he's a little all over the place with that shit.
He sounds like that kind of guy that says like, I don't live with my mom, she lives with me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gay. My boyfriend's gay.
I don't take it. He does.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't make me gay.
Yeah, it's not gay to do that. You could also put in a girl's ass, so it's not gay.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, have you ever seen the movie called For Colored Girls?
No, I have not.
There's this scene with Janet Jackson. She finds out her husband's homosexual, and she's like, "So you letting people bend you over?" And then he was like, "Ain't nobody bending me over." And she said, "Oh, so you doing the bending, huh?" And it's just the funniest shit ever. It's Janet Jackson, like it's fucking hilarious.
First of all, let's dive into this real quickly.
Okay.
I would be more offended if my boyfriend was the one that was getting dick down.
Offended? Why offended?
Because she was like, "Oh my God, you getting bent over?" He was like, "Nah, I'm not the one that's getting bent over." She was like, "And you do it?" Yeah, like, you know what? I rather my man be the one that's blowing out the back. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still being the man, but it's the one on the bottom that's being the bitch because you're getting fucked. You know what I'm saying?
That's what ain't that a little more power to you though? That's why I don't know why you be offended.
No, I would never be offended. I'm just saying for Janet's character, I would not have been like, "Give me hand." I'm like, all right, kudos to you, high fucking five, because
Stephanie,
you're not what.
Stephanie, I mean, here's the thing though. At the end of the day, your boyfriend is having sex with other men, so I feel like there's going to be some kind of conflict that comes from finding out that information.
Yeah, but
that's pretty shocking. That's a shocking revelation to learn about your boyfriend.
All right. But that kind of leads me to Love Is Blind, and where the guy was like, we all knew that he was fucking gay, but he said that he was bisexual and he was trying to get with this girl. And then like he was like, I haven't been 100% honest with you. And he was like, I've dealt with men before, and she stopped fucking with him. And I'm like, that's not nice. You don't do that. Like, he stopped fucking with men a long time ago. Like, all right, that part of his life is over, and now he's trying to get with you and get married with you. Like, it's okay. And I think that works for her because I mean, if you ever want to fucking step out, you can, bring something home, and maybe your man would like it too. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box.
I think that's just a tough. I think that's just a tough situation for anyone to be in. That believe it or not, I hear that happens a lot more than people let on. Is people are married, they find out the husband is gay like 20 years into the marriage.
Yo, there's a big swingers culture in Portland.
Oh, well, yeah, it's fucking
really?
Portland. That doesn't surprise me.
That shit is popping.
Is it? Do they wear bands? Because, all right, oh my God, another fucking story. So once upon a time ago.
I'm excited.
All right, hold on. Ready? So like once upon a time ago, like many, many, many years ago.
Many moons.
Yeah, me and baby daddy, we had a girlfriend. We had a mutual girlfriend that him and I used to fuck.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It was and it was to add, like, not even to add insult to injury, the fucking cherry on the fucking on the thing, her name was Stephanie.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, so he had two Stephanies. And what you call it? And so, like baby daddy, me and baby daddy, we had our little friend, and it was one of the most greatest things in the world, because in my perfect world, I would have an additional woman there because I get tired, my mouth gets tired, my other body parts get tired, so I'd just be like, yo, I don't feel like fucking you today, so go fuck her. And that actually happened one day. Like, we had went to the strip club, and I was drunk as fuck, and I just when you're like really, really drunk, that you're just like kind of like sloppy with it and you just don't want to do shit. I was like that. And Ty and Stephanie, like, I guess Stephanie woke up like she wanted to fuck, and then Ty was like, yo, I'm like, nah, my man, I'm out of here. I picked up my pillow and my blanket and I fucking left, and I said, y'all can fuck, I'm not doing this shit. And I left, and I went to the living room while they had sex, and our roommate just looked at me, and I'm like, oh, hi. And he sees Stephanie in the doggy position, and he's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about that. And that was it. I went and I went to sleep. And I think that is like the most beautiful thing in the world, because people get tired.
You leave doors open when you have sex?
Well, I was leaving.
The same thing.
No, it was because I was leaving.
Why is the door open?
No. It was because so one door was here, and then the other room was like right here. So like you can. But I was walking out, and I had the door open. You know what I mean? So like he saw. He was like,
door open.
Fuck.
The roommate's just sitting there like fucking playing video games.
The roommate's just standing in the hallway like, I've been waiting for you to open the door so I can see what's going on.
No, he came out at the same time as us. Like, well, rather.
That motherfucker had his ear on the door. He's waiting.
You saw him. You saw him pull his hand out of his pants real quick. Like, oh, what?
Ew, I would have been so disgusted. Ew, yuck. Yeah.
That's what would have just okay. Someone jerking off to that. I'm pretty sure there's people jerking off to that story right now. Listen to this podcast.
Yeah, well, that would be great too. Sperm lives matter.
Hey, I do surprise kisses still matter, or is that like a weird thing to do?
What do you mean by that?
Surprise kisses, yes.
Like,
I need
like
more.
When you're talking, you're just like, yeah, Stephanie, I really love your podcast, and
oh no, don't do that to me.
Yeah.
You gotta respect my space. Don't do that to me. I might hit you. Don't do that.
I think a surprise kiss with your significant other is okay.
That's not a surprise, man. Fuck that.
No, you know what I do hate? You know what I hate? When you go out on a date, right? It's like your first fucking date, and y'all chilling and whatever. And then like everything is about the vibe and the chemistry, right? And so like, what fucking possesses you to think that I want to fucking kiss you at the end of the night? Like, maybe I just want to give you a hug and a peck on the cheek. Like, thank you for tonight. Like, what made you think that my energy and my space warranted? Like, I didn't want that. That was not warranted.
I disagree with that. I mean, that might be true. What you're saying, that like you might not have wanted that, but traditionally, how first dates usually end, unless they're going really badly, is you do kiss and then you walk her to her door.
Right, but you do not catch that person. But like, okay, what I mean is like when okay, bye, and you're giving them a hug, and then like when obviously like when you're giving a hug, you're like this, right? So like the side of your face is right there, and the other person's side of the face. So it's that part when you're like, oh, okay, and you're like stepping out, and then you come and try to kiss me. Like, I didn't fucking ask for that. Don't fucking kiss me. I reached in for a fucking hug.
I understand. You're not wrong, but what I'm trying to explain to you is traditionally, like how history has gone, the first date usually ends in a kiss unless you are like visibly like, listen, I today was fine. I just want to go home.
Yeah,
like, that's just usually how it is. It's just a kiss.
Vibe. It should be the vibe. Like, you should know, like, okay, she's really, really into me, and I got that vibe off of her. Like, I didn't give you that vibe. So
sometimes we don't know. I'm telling you, from a man's perspective.
You don't fucking do it. You don't do it. You don't fucking do it, because then I won't fucking talk to you again. Don't fucking do that shit.
You know what I've found myself doing? You know what I've literally found myself doing, because people get in trouble now. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you kiss someone, obviously they didn't want it, you're going to jail for life and they're gonna execute you.
Shut up. No way. No.
It's bad. Yeah, I don't no, it's probably not that bad, but I mean, how our society is right now. So I remember specifically, I don't know, months ago, I went on a date with a girl, and I took her to dinner, and then we got back in my car, and I was like, I could drive you back home. And she just wanted to talk for a bit. So I thought already then, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna talk. No, this fucking girl, she was talking my fucking ear off for an hour, and it was getting late. And honest to God, I was getting fucking tired. She started talking, like, it started out something easy. It was like, yeah, when I was doing cheerleading in high school, and it's like, all right. And like, I swear, maybe I'm just an asshole, but
now she's crying.
I feel like I blacked out for some of it. Like, I was just letting her talk. And I came back to the conversation with her being like, and that's why some things in the universe are, and some things are not. And I was like, oh my God, what did I fucking miss? And the clock hit like 11 p.m. And I said to her, I was like, listen, it's getting late. I really want to kiss you. Is that okay? I said that to her. I was like,
well, at least you said it.
And she turned, she's like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to do that. And I was like, we've been fucking talking. Like, I feel like that would have been rude if she's in the middle of the conversation.
The surprise kiss.
The surprise kiss. She wanted that, I guess, to shut her up. I don't know. And then, and then I kissed her again when I walked her to her door, and that was it. But yeah, I found myself, I'm just asking from now on. I know it's not very spontaneous. I feel like it's not very romantic to do that, but I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble either, so I tend to ask now. So
I would much rather a girl just like rub my dick with her feet while we at the table. That would eliminate everything. I'd be like, I wouldn't ask for anything. Like,
oh my God, I have another.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's good, self-explanatory right there. If that's happening,
like 15 seconds of that, I'm like, good.
Just to make sure it wasn't an accident. Like, 15 seconds is a long time.
The other day, my friend was sharing stories with me, and she told me how she went to this guy's house, and they were like, chilling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was he has a foot fetish, and he's like,
hell yeah.
Can I kiss your toes? And she was like, nah, like, I didn't get my toes
she said
done.
No.
Yeah, because she was like, I didn't have my toes done and all this other shit. And he was like, I don't care. Like, I just want. And she was like, no, please. Like it's okay. And so this motherfucker dead started fucking sucking her toes with her socks on.
Oh, ew, that's gross.
Oh.
And there was a video. I'm like, ew, motherfucker, you dirty.
That guy is down bad.
That man needs to be on MTV.
That man needs to be on this podcast. We need to have him on this podcast. That's gross. Socks.
I saw a guy like that on MTV. Like, I don't know if it was True Life or what, but he was like smelling girls' feet like outside the club. That shit was crazy.
Those videos are so funny of like guys like on Instagram that are just like, they pretend to like drop something by a girl's feet, and they're like, oh, excuse me, let me get that. Sorry. Just see those a lot.
I'm definitely into that though. Not that I don't go that hard, but I would love to like suck a woman's feet who cook a meal for me.
Okay, O'Shea, I want to remind you again, you don't have to say certain things on this podcast.
I'll have to be transparent, man. I'm sorry. I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay,
right,
I don't want to leave
between
you
the toes, like in the gristle part.
Oh, I don't want to leave you hanging here, but I have before with a girlfriend. I've never done it like with a girl with a few dates, but I was hanging out with my girlfriend once and she was like, we're on the couch watching TV or something. She put her legs on my lap, bare feet. And I was kind of like jokingly, but I just stuck her big toe in my mouth. And then she started after that. She was like, wow, that felt really fucking good. And I was like, oh, really? And then afterwards, she wanted to do it to me a lot, which I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that. It wasn't bad, but
no, don't do that to me.
Yeah, I was like, you're sucking on my toe? My toe? Like, my feet aren't bad. It's not nothing like that. But like, who wants a guy's toe in their mouth? Like, that's weird, right? There's certain parts of a guy I think that guys can do to girls, but if a girl does it to a guy, it's fucking weird. Like, I hate it. You ever been watching porn before? And like, they're doing all the regular shit. They're going at it. And then all of a sudden the girl like gets behind him and spreads his butt cheeks and starts licking his butthole. I'm like, no, nah.
Oh man.
Don't do
What's that called? Milking?
Rim job.
No, I'm saying it's when they spread it and eat it, but at the same time they like jerk the dude off. It's called like milking.
Oh, it might be that. I thought milking was just a term for making a guy come.
Nah, man. They go hard. Yeah. I've never had them, but it's something I kind of look forward to.
Getting your ass ate?
Bro, just it would have, I'm telling you, like, obviously it will start with like, I lick a couple toes. I'm saying she might try to lick my nipples, which I don't like that. And then eventually after a couple of, I say, oh, they're young ears.
Maybe we should stop talking about the
No, it's okay. He doesn't understand.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you, Stephanie, if you've ever done that.
Yeah, let's talk about Barney. Y'all seen that? They coming out with a Barney documentary about he looks like a serial killer or something.
I thought you wanted to talk about Greek mythology. Now we're talking about Barney.
Oh yeah, everything was born from chaos. Yeah.
Before we get into that, Stephanie, have you ever licked a man's butthole before?
No, I've never done that. You know what?
Boo.
I'm sorry. You know what? I just, someone has actually, like mentioned that to me and they were like, oh, you're probably not really a freak. And I'm like, well, that, like, that does not float my boat. Like there's just certain things that I just won't do. And that doesn't make me less of a fucking freak. It's just that I just won't, I don't do it. Like, I don't care how clean my asshole is or your asshole is. None of us is putting our tongues in no one's asses.
Oh,
period.
Oh, see, I disagree with that. I was saying, like, I don't think women should lick a guy's butthole because it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look.
It doesn't.
It's not sexy.
It's so weird. It's so weird to me. And I mean, like, honestly, some guy was like, "Oh, like, I'm gonna do that to you," and I said, "Absolutely not. Like, I would never talk to you again because you're not gonna come up to me and then try to fucking kiss me. Like, I don't even eat chitlins. So there's no fucking way that I'm gonna have some fucking caca mouth come and kiss me after that." And he's like, "Well, you get your shit eaten." I'm like, "That's fucking different. Like, this is not feces. Like, like no,
I feel like
no."
She would have to have a bald head.
It doesn't matter. That shit is nasty. Nah, that shit is mad. No. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't care how good that shit feels. No.
I like chowing down on the girl's booty hole.
That shit is marvelous.
It's a famous murmur saying from the early on this podcast, and I'll say it again. I don't trust a man who doesn't eat ass.
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't. That's just so. I might smack you in your forehead. Boop. The fuck are you doing?
Well, yeah, obviously, if the girl, anything that the girl says she doesn't want you to do to her, you do not do. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like the girl's
Stephanie
like
doesn't want to be tantalized. That's what it is.
No, I just don't listen. Don't. No, we could do everything else, but don't do that.
She can't handle the tantalization.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care what I can't handle. Just don't do that shit to me, and don't try to kiss me after that either.
So they can't lick your butthole, but can they stick their pinky in there?
No, don't do none of that shit.
Can they lick it? Can they lick your ear, like inside the ear?
Lick my ear.
Like inside. like yeah.
No, that's you giving me a wet willy.
Oh yeah, you're fucking
Lick
boring
my
as
ear.
fuck. You're boring.
No, I'm not. I'm really not a bore. But
Oh,
trust me that I'm not. Trust me that I'm not. If baby daddy was here, I would be like, yo, baby daddy, like respectfully. I
Let's
wouldn't
do
even get
some
mad.
regular shit.
Huh? No, absolutely not. Listen, I got some tricks up my fucking sleeves with his mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's why
With
baby daddy
his
has to left me
mouth?
alone. No, my mouth. My mouth.
Oh,
my mouth works
okay.
wonders. That shit works wonders. I do a lot of neat tricks. I'm very good at it.
Stephanie, I have one last proposition for you if you'd ever be down for this, because O'Shea and I used to talk about this in the Navy. One of our bored moments in the trash room or wherever the fuck we were talking about it. But would you be down to, have a guy sitting in a chair, couch, whatever, right? And you're kneeling in front of him, about to suck his dick. And then out of nowhere, you pull out 2 Q-tips, one in each hand. And then you stick them in his ear and start cleaning his ears while you're sucking his dick.
You don't got no tricks. You thought you had some fucking tricks.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I feel like Crumb from Angry Monsters trying to, you know what I mean?
It would be a very unique experience, though, right? Because cleaning your ears is quite satisfying.
His toes, his heel.
No, well, you know what?
He would curl up like the Wicked Witch
all the time when I suck his dick, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is, if you tried that as well, it would make it even.
Well, maybe if I go like this to it while I'm sucking his dick, maybe you like, but I don't know what the cute is.
Yeah, it's just something O'Shea and I would like to happen to us at some point in our life.
I'm making that happen before I die, or else I haven't lived.
Yeah.
So all right. So like when this is happening, are you lowering yourself so that she can walk and because I'm trying to really. Now you're gonna make me try this out.
It's possible.
Please.
You just have to you can't do it with 2 hands. You have to. One hand has to be like on his back, and then the other one is up there getting it down in the ear. Yeah.
Now we about to we you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to. Yeah, tell us how that goes. Do that for us. Let us know. He might just be like, "That was fucking weird."
No, it's okay. I got this right now. Hold on.
Wait, you texting him?
Nope, I'm calling.
Oh God.
Oh gosh, we have a special guest.
Are we about to listen to this? Are you putting it on speaker?
Baby daddy.
Hopefully he answers the phone.
All right. Hypothetically, if I was sucking your dick and I stuck a Q-tip in your ear, would you like that?
You're like, I'll marry you.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna send him a voice note.
All right. Send him a voice note. Here, I'll be quiet.
Hold on.
I'm quiet.
Hey, baby daddy, I have a question. Would you really appreciate it if I sucked your dick and cleaned your ears at the same time? Would that make your toes curl? Please call me back and let me know the answer, because I am really, really curious about this. And if it does, we have to try it. Okay, bye. I love you. Okay.
There we go. There we fucking go.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll call me back and say, what the fuck is wrong with you, Stephanie?
Anyway, enough about that. Now we're going to talk about Christianity. Now we're going to talk about religion. No, O'Shea, you had something you wanted to discuss, I'm sorry, about Greek mythology. I know that's a weird turn for this podcast, but
oh, well, pretty much it's like all of these gods and everything was born from chaos, and everybody was fucking their siblings. And then it made me think about Christianity, and the story of Adam and Eve is about incest. And
that's where I got to stop you. Why is the story of Adam and Eve about incest?
Because they were the only 2 people on earth.
Yeah, but they weren't brother and sister. They made that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, because if Adam was the son, he was like, if we're all God's children, right?
Adam asked for a companion. Again, this is all, biblical or off of Paradise Lost. Again, we don't really talk about religion here, but going off of what is written, he asked for a companion, and God made him a female companion, which was Eve. And she took it. What is interesting, what you could argue, I guess, for the incest part, is Eve was created from a piece of Adam's rib. God took a piece of Adam's rib and then created Eve through that.
Yeah. So it's like That's why we're all related. You know, we're all cousins.
That's right. Los primos se primen. That's what they say in DR. Los primos se primen.
See.
See.
Mucho.
I thought he was gonna say like queso or something after that. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I don't. So I don't. I don't know. I wouldn't say that they're siblings though, but they were the first. You know, again, this is if we're not bringing science into this, just doing religion. They
so companion. Companion doesn't mean exactly a mate.
Oh, but they were mates. They had sex. Like they talked
exactly. That's where they fucked up.
That's not where they fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's what the apple was.
They fucked up from eating from the tree of knowledge, being tempted by the serpent, the fiend, the enemy himself, Satan.
Which is a snake.
He took the form of a snake, started talking to Eve.
It means that she sucked his balls.
Now we're just talking nonsense. There's a weird part. There's a weird part in and I suggest everyone read it. It's one of the greatest stories probably ever told. But in Paradise Lost, John Milton's retelling of, the fall of the Satan and the dark angels, and then the retelling of the Garden of Eden. There is this weird part where like Satan goes to Eden for the first time to see humans, to see God's new creation, and he's kind of just like in awe of Eve and her beauty, and not like in a like, dude, I would fuck her so bad. It's not like that. It's like he's really just in awe of how beautiful the form of a naked woman is. And he was just like, wow, like this is fucking crazy. Like God had a great idea doing this. And then he kind of like talks himself back into it, like, wait, I'm supposed to corrupt these people. All right, let me turn into a fucking snake or something. So there is that part where, no, I don't think Eve sucked on Satan's balls, but there is
Adam. Yes, Adam balls. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she might have done that. That's not described in detail. What is described, though, which is weird, there is a part where the Archangel Raphael, he comes down and he talks to Adam about like a bunch of stuff. He talks about the war in heaven that sent Satan to hell. And he starts, like, Adam asks him, like, do you angels have sex with each other? And like Raphael's like, yeah, we do. And he describes, he's like, but it's a lot better than human sex. It's like this angelic, beautiful thing where we all come together and it's extremely pleasurable. And like you'll only be able to experience it after you die.
But they have angel orgies.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of like it almost sounded like that. It's a weird part in Paradise Lost where he talks about that. But yeah, I don't know. And then the only problem. Well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say the only problem, but problems that come up after the fact when Adam and Eve are banished from the Garden of Eden, they have to go live, and then they become mortal. They have 2 sons, but then there's like other people around at that point. So like most people, like the way they look at it, if they're very religious, they'll just kind of come to the assumption that God created more people. Like after Adam and Eve left, he's just like, all right, let me create some more people, throw them down there. But there's not really like an explanation like there was with Adam and Eve. There's just more people all of a sudden. So you can say like they were not related either. So like the whole thing of like Adam and Eve created the world's population and we're all related is not, it's disputable. It's very disputable.
Okay, so this is the argument then with that.
Okay.
If he just started creating more people, then did he just create like, okay, now we have Asian people and now we have Black people.
Yeah. So he's again in Paradise Lost, he goes more in depth with it. Like there's a bunch of stuff that they did for their punishment for eating from the tree of knowledge, the apple from the tree of knowledge. One was they couldn't stay in Eden, obviously, anymore. They couldn't stay in paradise, and they became mortal. Like originally, like they were going to be able to just live forever, like in Eden, doing whatever. And then they also had to. That's when God like gave them. Then there's like disease and stuff, like you can get sick. But then that was also part of the punishment. Is like there will be more people, and they will also speak other languages that you will not understand from different areas. That was said. Yes. That was part of the punishment was like that. There'd be like, all right, if you travel thousands of miles this way, there's going to be some guy that's Asian and he speaks a whole different language than you.
If I'm looking at it like that, and it's like, okay, you can go to heaven. It sounds like Earth is hell.
Again, I keep bringing up Paradise Lost in this. Satan released sin and death and promised them that he would create a bridge. They belonged to hell originally, but he promised once he corrupted humans, which he accomplished, that he would create a bridge for death and sin to come across and corrupt all humans. All humans die, all humans sin at some point, even if it's a minor sin. Again, that was part of, they really fucked us, Adam and Eve. they fucked us hard. And then they had Cain and Abel. And fucking what's weird is Raphael showed Adam a vision of the future. Like he showed him Noah's Ark and all that. And he showed Cain and Abel, and he showed the future where Cain kills Abel, murders his own brother. And like it was weird for Adam because he didn't know what death was at that point. Like death had never been explained to him. And it was weird because he starts like kind of freaking out. He doesn't understand what's happening. He's like, why? Like, I don't understand what's happening to that other person. And Raphael had to be like, yeah, he's dying. Like he's dead. And that's your son. That's your son killing your other son. And Adam's like, what the fuck? like, fuck, this is fucked up. So he saw death for the first time, seeing that. Very interesting story. Again, I recommend a lot of people read it. It's interesting. Do you know why Satan got angry at God and wanted to leave heaven, create his own heaven?
Because he couldn't play his fucking music.
It was because, you know what I'm saying? He was like, listen, life is all about fucking risks. And everybody here is too fucking nice and polite. So tell that bitch to shut the fuck up. Yeah, like how angelic is that orgy? Like nah, like we need some like you know
oh god, we need some of that. The reason Satan puts it in Paradise Lost, at least, is that it seems he was very jealous of when God introduced the Son of God, he's called, before when he comes down to earth thousands of years later, he's Jesus Christ. But before that, he's just called the Son of God. And God introduced him. And then Satan felt like now he doesn't have a pure, just direct connection to God like they had before. Now they have a connection through the Son of God to God.
So he was jealous.
He was jealous. And that's one of the things that he was able to corrupt Eve with, because Eve started to realize that, like, oh, I have a connection through God through Adam. I don't have my own connection to God. I go through Adam to get that connection. And that made Eve a little jealous as well of Adam's position.
What is a woman?
It's a woe man.
But what is a woman?
I don't know what a woe. What's that a pro? Like what does woe mean? W-O.
Woe?
Do you have an answer for us? Or are you asking us, Stephanie?
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a biological woman with titties and a vagina and ovaries and shit.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if you were trying to like bring up another fact. Are you just asking that? Like, what are you doing?
Well, because I'm gonna spend $10.99 and watch Matt Walsh's "What Is a Woman."
Oh yeah, that doc. I didn't see that. I saw clips of that. Yeah, where he goes up to people.
See that shit. Next episode, we're gonna have a whole fucking thing about it because let me fucking tell you, I'm excited.
That's a little. We're pushing buttons there.
No, we're not. Listen.
Try not to piss people off here.
I piss people off every fucking day. Like
I know, but like
and people are pissed off.
Listen, Great Morning shouldn't try to piss people off that hard. It's like,
we pissed a lot of people off with this religious talk.
Yeah, we do just talk.
It's all right. Listen, it's okay.
Yeah, I saw the clips, and he's a smart guy, Matt Walsh, and
he's so fucking smart.
He brings up a good fact where that was funny. He asked one person, like, "Can you tell me what a woman is?" And like the person's kind of like, "Well, a woman can be anyone, like, and anyone can be a woman, like, blah blah blah." And he's like, "All right, so if I asked you to tell me what a cat is, can you tell me what a cat is?" And they're like, yeah, okay, I see where this is going.
A bad idea.
This was a bad idea. So
apparently, it's a wide open man.
That's what it stands for. Man?
I mean, I did a couple of Googles and I'm gonna stick with that one.
A wide open man. That's what a woman is.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense.
That sounds a little
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. That sounds a little hurtful almost.
Right?
That sounds a little
I like it.
I can't wait to watch this. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
I know.
$10.99.
$10.99 for it. I wish you could just get it for like you can rent it for like $3.99. You gotta fucking buy it.
It's all right. It's worth buying because listen, these people need to go into their own island and have their own peaceful utopia and just live there and let us regular people live our lives.
Mm.
I don't want to go to any islands. I've heard bad stories about it.
No, I'm not talking. No. They can go to their own island. They can have their own little fucking utopia where everybody, even the straight people that agree with all this bullshit, they can all live together in one fucking island and have a kumbaya.
Yeah, that's what they did. They had a kumbaya.
You know what I'm saying? And then when motherfuckers start dying, there's just gonna be nothing.
Oh my god.
And they were dying on the island.
And then we're gonna have a whole bunch of men.
Yeah, there
No
were.
women. No women. I cannot wait. It's gonna be
Chris
great.
Tucker was there.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I feel like you should not have said that.
It's okay. Listen.
It sounded a tad bit, I'm just gonna say it, tad bit Hitlerish. Tad bit.
That was not Hitlerish. They could just go to their own fucking shit and just
Hitler's
chill
like,
there.
let's just take this group of people,
Yeah, and leave
put them over
there.
here,
Leave
put them
them
over
there.
here, and they'll
I
live
didn't
their
say-
life.
I didn't say kill them. I didn't say any of that. I just
Well,
said
that's
go-
how it started with Hitler too. It's like we're just gathering them up. We're just gathering them up.
Hitler is Hitler. I'm Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, but I just don't like what y'all doing. So y'all could just go over there with everybody else, and y'all could have your own fucking peaceful lives over there.
Okay, what if everybody on your island started eating ass? Would you like have?
That's not my problem. I
That's
don't
it.
fucking live there because I'm not one of them.
No, she's talking
No,
about
if
like
it
all
was
the
your island.
no. She's talking about putting like all the trans people on an island.
Wow.
No. I didn't say just the trans people and the people that fucking think that they are fucking that a fucking trans man can fucking have babies and shit. They can all go over there too. So even the straight people that that have this like,
I
yeah,
saw
you know what
a
I'm saying?
video. This guy, he did the surgery, and then his new coochie had closed up on him.
Oh my god! And he needed like first of all, like how insane does that sound? I gotta put something in this constructed fake canal hole to make it wide. Do you fucking hear the madness? Do you fucking hear the madness? Like you're putting a whole that is like going to the fucking OBGYN and getting the fucking speculum put in so they could fucking do a fucking cervical test on you, like a CPAP.
Yeah. That's they have to, right, what is it called? They have to put like a
Pap smear,
liquid on it.
Not a CPAP, a pap smear.
No, not that, but they do. They when they get that surgery, they have to keep putting like this cream or this liquid on it so it doesn't
that
heal.
cream, they gotta shove some shit up in there so that it can fucking stay. It's like having braces, and you know how like braces fucking help your teeth come together. It's like the same shit. They put something up in there so you could just keep it there, and it's like, yo, like come on, son, you come exactly, son.
Yeah, like they have to do it every day for the rest of their lives though if they want it open. Like it's not even like braces you have on for a year or two and they fix your teeth. Like
No,
that,
but
they just gotta keep doing.
No, but what I'm saying is like, you know how like the braces they help your teeth come together.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
So it's just like, like first of all, like how okay, do you control the width of your of your artificial vagina?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know these facts.
I'm gonna fucking ask because I'm curious.
We should have a trans person come on and talk about it.
We really
Yes, please. We have.
Well,
I would
that
pay
episode will,
money. I would. Oh my gosh!
That episode would start out with us just being like, "All right, listen, we have a lot of questions. This episode is going to be 2 hours long."
Respectfully, because,
of course.
Listen, I love everyone. I appreciate everyone, but there's just certain things I just do not.
Bro, y'all have to have a trans fan out there.
Yeah,
They will come on.
listen.
We have gay fans. I know that. That's not the same, but we do.
No,
I mean, that's kind of like a duh.
We have some members of the LGBTQ community that enjoy the show.
Listen, I was giving this trans woman some recipes. Like it's like I have a problem. Like stop shit.
Where is he going? Oh, he left. He just got up and left. Why is that so funny?
I hate O'Shea.
Why is he cracking up for that one?
Oh, please, God.
O'Shea, are you okay?
Fucking crying. He's sweating.
O'Shea, me too. O'Shea.
Damn, man, why'd that one get you so hard?
Some recipes. Hold on.
Yeah, I was giving her some recipes, and like I was calling her sis and all of that shit. But it's just like after all of this extra shit, I'm just like, oh nah, like this gotta stop. This gotta stop. So again, it's not like I don't love it and appreciate everyone, because I'm cool with whatever the fuck you are. But pushing all this extra shit, I just no.
I know the way I like to say it, and hopefully we stop talking about it after this. The way I always like to say it is I do truly believe this is, the greatest country on the face of the earth. I'm talking about America, of course, the United States of America. And I do believe in freedom. And I always say that, like, listen, everyone should be allowed, as long as you're not fucking hurting someone else, like, you should be allowed to fucking, say what you want, do what you want.
Yeah.
Buy a gun.
Absolutely.
If you want to dress as you put on a dress.
If you want to look like Mrs. Doubtfire, it's cool. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. But don't start fucking saying that like people getting arrested for misgendering. Shut the fuck up and have several seats. Just shut the fuck up. Stop. It's not that serious. Like, there are people dying right now. And you're worrying about being fucking misgendered or wrong pronoun. Stop it. There's way worse things going on right now in life. No one is attacking y'all. No one's killing y'all. No one's doing none of that shit. Stop it.
What about all right, here, so moving on a little real quick, because we're getting close to time here. What do y'all think about Mr. Governor Ron DeSantis announcing that he is running for president? He is the top contender with of course Mr. 45, Mr. President Donald Trump.
Yo, I am so fucking voting for Trump again. At one point, I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you guys, because, y'all family. At one point, I hated this motherfucker. I hated Trump. I'm just like, this is not what I represent. And you are a fucking representation of me. And now I'm just like, fucking make America great again. Fuck this bullshit. I am not with this bullshit at all. Like, nah.
Wait, Ron DeSantis... He's the one that got rid of Black History Month.
Yes, and that's why I cannot fuck with him. No, it's not only Black History Month. There's shit that has like with like diversity and all of that shit. Like, he just does not want any of that information taught. I
thought all he did was he did the what is it? The gay bill, where he did in Florida, right? Where like you're not teaching kids like about gay sex and sexual
because we
education.
fucking shouldn't. We really shouldn't. Like, Landon does not know anything about any of that shit at all. Landon is too worried about fucking playing pretend, thinking that he's a fucking superhero somewhere and fighting off villains. That is what my 5-year-old's mentality is. He doesn't care about none of that shit. When he watches TV, he's not worrying about why he's not being represented. He's just like, oh my God, Ryan's Playtime is the best fucking show ever. Nikki and Vlad are the best fucking Russians out there. He don't give a shit about none of that shit. No, for real. There is a kid show called Nikki and Vlad.
Oh, no, I believe you.
And he loves them. And they're so fucking amazing. Like, they're absolutely amazing. They have colors and shapes. They're an amazing family. And my son does not worry about that. Justin and Elena, when they were kids, they were not worrying about that. And mind you, my daughter is bisexual. Okay, so it's like, come on, like, just stop it.
Yeah, the reason I brought DeSantis up though is because, again, politics aside, we don't like to get involved with that. Well, we try our best, as you heard from this episode. The reason I bring it up is people are saying that this might actually be one of the most important Republican national conventions in America's history because of that. Because either,
oh my gosh, there's so many other things that have happened. This is
what?
I don't know, but this can't be that important, bro.
For Republicans, it is, like, because it's going to be, this is how they see it. Like, either Trump will beat DeSantis and he'll be the nominee for the Republicans for president. And then that means a lot of independents who didn't vote for Trump in the 2020 election will also not vote for him again and instead vote for Biden. But then on the other end, if DeSantis wins against Trump, becomes the nominee, he will probably get most of those independent voters. But then people are scared, those, the Trump supporters, like not just Republicans, like the people who like Trump, they might not vote for DeSantis, and then Biden might still win. So, like, it's weird because of these two. Like, I feel like, honestly, like, Joe Biden, it might not even be worried that much.
He's a mistake.
He thinks, I think he's under the impression, and I could be wrong. People guess about this shit all the time, and then the outcome could be something completely different. But I feel like Biden is not too worried because Trump and DeSantis are going to really split the Republican Party here. So it's going to be an important national convention. We'll see.
Sleepy Joe needs to wrap it the fuck up and go back to a fucking retirement home and call it a fucking day, because he did absolutely nothing but fucking create nothing but debt for us, and he was the worst fucking candidate to be a fucking president. And don't even get me started with this fucking bitch Kamala Harris, because that bitch is a fucking dub, a whole dub. Like, that was just a fucking political fucking scheme to fucking get everybody, go shut the fuck up, because you know what? They did nothing for y'all. Absolutely nothing. You got bamboozled for 4 fucking years, you idiots. You fucking idiots. All of y'all. Y'all was better off fucking voting for fucking Kanye. The fuck? Idiots. Now we're
I can't wait for Dwayne to run Johnson and run for president.
Jesus Christ.
He's not doing that this time. He might do that in the future, though. There's too much going on this time. But anyway, I'm sorry about all that at the end here. But we're that on that note, we are actually, unfortunately, running into that sad time of the podcast where we gotta wrap things up here. Unfortunately, folks, I'm so sorry. I got a little socially and politically at the end. We try not to do that, but we had some time off. This is why we try to record every week, because we don't have so much to get off our chests. But we took a week off, and now it's just like we're blowing up here on the podcast. So, but we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna go around the computer screen here and do our last minute plugs. So, starting with you, Stephanie, my friend, you got any last minute plugs for listeners?
I don't have anything to plug in, but I will say this: if you in the tri-state area or you in Jersey, go to Banana King, have some motherfucking Colombian fast food. Their shit is good. Their fucking pan de bono is fire as hell. And their fucking shakes is fire. And vote for Trump. And let's make America great again, please. And I love everyone. I love you guys. I love our listeners. I love my dog. I love Jesus Christ. My children. I said my child, Landon. You're my child.
Oh, that's adorable.
And yeah, man, Murms got the whole handle thing down packed. Thank you guys so fucking much. Yo, OSHEA, my mans, I fucking appreciate you for, being our third man here. I appreciate you. I love you. Our vibe is like fucking amazing. Why is everybody calling me? But
Baby Daddy probably asking about the future thing.
Daddy.
Oh, wait, we gotta listen to this. Hold on.
Hello, Baby Daddy. Hello. Yeah, I have a question for you.
I don't know. I don't think you could do that. I don't think you can reach.
You don't think I can reach, but all right, so can we attempt this? Can we attempt it?
Damn.
So I can't slob your knob and clean your ears at the same time? No. Fetish?
You mad short, nigga. You can't even reach my ears and my mouth at the same time.
You know what? Go fuck yourself, okay?
I have this compassion.
Okay, well, great. Well, anyway, I'm recording, so I'll TTYL you.
I'm leaving work now. We out, man.
All right, we out. Bye. So that's
All
a
right. That's a big no. You said.
I have to wait till I do it myself.
God damn it. We're trying hard. Maybe we can ask Jimmy. Maybe we ask Jimmy if he'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll see. He
I'm
probably
still
won't
gonna
talk to
try
us
it.
about it.
I'm still gonna try, even though he
You're
said
gonna sneak it. You're gonna be doing it, and you're gonna be looking up, and he's like not looking. And you're just be like,
I think he might hit me. He might be like, "Boop, stop it, Stephanie." I'm like, I'm sorry, not the forehead.
oh man, that was funny. All right. Well, anyway, Stephanie, thank you for those last minute plugs. I'm glad he called back at the end. I'm glad the listeners were able to hear that. And of course, my last minute plugs before we get into our honored special guest co-host. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. That is our Great Morning podcast Instagram page. And on there, you'll find, new guests, specials, all that coming out. You'll find all your information there. So check that out. Follow that. You can follow You Love Step on Instagram. You can follow Slightly Special with 2 L's on Instagram. You can follow Trip God Jimmy. That's TRYPGODJIMI on Instagram. You can shop for your merchandise at shopgreatmorning.com. And of course, we don't have another special lined up just yet. But once we do, we will give you more information about that, of course. And, on your podcast app, whatever you're listening to us on, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever it is, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating or comment, any of that. Do that too. We really appreciate that. That helps us out a lot. But yeah, that's it for my last minute plugs. And of course, moving on to our special guest co-host, OSHEA IV, $2 bill. My friend, you got any last minute plugs for listeners?
Yes. Shout out to all the people that vote Republican. Y'all are people too.
Amen.
You can follow me on Instagram at OSHEA.IV. The dot is a period. Shout out to all the women out there that menstruate. God loves you.
Thank you.
And shout out Virginia. Shout out California. My son is 1 year old.
Ew.
Together. So I can be there for him. All the fathers out there, take care of your responsibilities. Save up your money so you can go to Disney.
Yes, of course. Hell yeah. Well, thank you, my friend, for those last minute plugs. And of course, that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.